Bib knows what it's like to deal with Jedi, so today he brought with him Star Wars Jedi Arena for your Atari 2600. Let's go ahead and take the game, pop it in my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see if it's worth 50 cents or not as we go to the game. Star Wars Jedi Arena was published by Parker Brothers and carries a copyright year of 1983. It was programmed by Rex Bradford, who previously made The Empire Strikes Back for the 2600, which I just reviewed in episode 391. According to the manual, will you accept the challenge to become the Jedi Master? Find out if you, a Jedi Knight, are worthy of such a title. Meet your opponent in the Jedi Arena, where you're face to face in an electrifying laser battle. Use quick reflexes and a swift lightsaber to score once, twice, 3 times. When you do, you are the Jedi Master. The object of the game is to beat your opponent by winning 3 Jedi matches. Jedi Arena is a one-on-one action game for 1 or 2 players versus. In the middle of the arena is a training remote similar to the one Luke Skywalker used for his training in the original Star Wars movie. There is a Jedi on the top and the bottom of the screen, protected by a barrier of several lines. The number of lines protecting the Jedis is determined by the difficulty switches. When the switch is in the B position, there are 4 lines, and when it's in the A position, there are 3. The training remote, which the manual calls a seeker, moves by itself, but you can press the button to fire a laser bolt from it at your enemy's barrier. You use the paddle to both move your lightsaber defensively to block laser bolt attacks and to aim the direction of the laser bolt before it's fired from the seeker. At times during the match, the seeker will build up energy, going wild. During this time, you cannot fire, as the seeker will fire randomly all over the place by itself. You can only try to protect yourself until the seeker calms down. A match ends when one of the players successfully breaks through the barrier and hits the opponent. After a match, the players switch sides. In a single-player game, you are the blue player facing the red player, making me think the programmer might have been a Democrat. The first Jedi to win 3 matches wins the game. Jedi Arena has 4 variations that can be played with 1 or 2 players, with a slow seeker, a medium seeker, a fast seeker, and an invisible seeker that moves at medium speed. Graphically speaking, there really isn't much to the game, and when you move your lightsaber, it reminds me of a broken windshield wiper, although I do like the laser bolt effects. Sound and music wise, I thought the sound effects were pretty well done, and once again, just like Empire Strikes Back, we have a good version of the Star Wars theme. Family friendly wise, I anticipate that this game would get an E for everyone rating if released today. At the time I researched on eBay, including shipping, loose copies were going for $5 to $13, complete copies were going for $25 to $33, and new copies were selling for $28 to $69. So what did I think of Star Wars Jedi Arena? Well, the idea of blending Star Wars with a Warlord-style paddle game sounded interesting to me, but in this case, it just doesn't work. Having to move your lightsaber defensively while aiming offensively is kind of like trying to pitch and bat at the same time in baseball. It's simply too hard to focus on both. Aiming can also be difficult since you're basically guesstimating all of the time. If there was some sort of a dot near the seeker to show where you're aiming, that could have helped a lot. And this game also requires a lot of button pressing, which doesn't work that great with the stiff button on the paddle controller. So in the end, while I don't regret getting a chance to try this game out, I really don't ever plan on playing this one again. So where am I going to rank Star Wars Jedi Arena? I'm afraid the Force is not strong with this one, and it's going to end up pretty low. I'm looking in the 120s. I do like Freeway more at 127, but I will put this over the hard to control Title Match Pro Wrestling at 128. So out of the 144 games I've now ranked on the 2600, Star Wars Jedi Arena is doing the broken windshield wiper dance into the 128th position. Star Wars Jedi Arena ends up being pretty disappointing and sadly a boring paddle game. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please click like and subscribe and follow me both on the Facebook or the Twitter. I'm also a member of the Retro Junkies Network. At this time, I'd like to thank the extraordinary Vincent for supporting the show through Patreon. Thank you, Vincent. If you appreciate the work I do, please consider joining the League of Extraordinary Patreon Supporters by signing up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for seekers that are about to go crazy.